Welcome to the Rock Crusading Podcast, news of the week. I was going to say August, but it's not August. October 20th to October 26th, 2025. You know, Michelle, I keep saying every week that we have a lot of news, and this week we don't have that much news.
All the news happened at the competition, so.
It did.
Yeah.
But we did have another withdrawal, Skate Canada.
Very sad news. The Finns, we suspected this might happen, but Julia Turkila and Matthias Versluis, Finnish ice dance team, withdrew from Skate Canada as Versluis is still recovering from a nerve injury he sustained to his leg. We'll miss them. I was looking forward to seeing their free dance, which they kept from last season, the gorgeous tango program, but they are still entered into Grand Prix Finland for the time being, Finlandia. So hopefully we'll see them there.
I'm sad they're finished for this week, but too soon. Okay, so that's Skate Canada. Do you have a substitute for them? Do we know?
I don't know if we have one yet.
I don't think so either, right? Oh no, because it was going to be Hannah Lim and Yi Kwan were the next up, I think, on the list.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a question of did they actually? I'm not very prepared right now because I
the grid. They have not added a replacement yet.
Okay, so they have not.
Yeah.
So we will see. On the other side of the world, we had lots of stuff happening in Japan, which was Japan Sectionals Week. And a couple of notable things here. It was Eastern Sectionals, and I think Western Sectionals is next week. And so for Eastern Sectionals, for the women, Maria Egawa won with a 187. Manakawabe, who we've talked about on this podcast, got second with a 181. It was a decent program from her. Not the kind of difficulty that we've seen from her in the past, but good to see her get back to Japan Nationals for the Olympic season. And then Chikako Saigusa was third with a 163. So that was the women. For the men, it was Nozomu Yoshioka, who we have not seen yet this season compete internationally, but he did a pretty good job with his free skate, 2 quad toes and 2 triple axels. So it was kind of something of a return to form for him. Sanamiyaki, 213 with the silver, and then Kosho Oshima, 196. If you are diehard Japanese skating fans, those three names should be familiar to you, and all three of those are, especially Sanamiyaki and Kosho Oshima, are personalities to be had in the competition. So great to see them advance through sectionals. We will have more on who's actually going to end up being at Japan Nationals very soon, but that was Eastern Sectionals for this week. And then lastly, I want to talk about Canada. Speaking of going back and forth from one side of the world to the other. Michelle, you want to break the news?
Min-Sol Kwon, formerly representing Korea, has been released by Korea to represent Canada domestically, to compete in Canada domestically. So she's been going through Canadians like sectional series, and she is that's the process of qualifying for nationals. She's doing very well, so I'm guessing we're going to see her at Canadian Nationals. I'm guessing we're also going to see her win Canadian Nationals, and I hope that she gets released to represent Canada internationally in the future. I think, maybe next year we'll see her on the Grand Prix. I would love to see it. She's a charming skater. And, there's been a lot of fireworks this year among the Canadian women who are kind of looking for that Olympic spot. But it's been a while since Canada's had a real contender in the women's event. So I'm happy for them, and I'm happy for her. I'm happy for us.
I think so interesting to see, right? Because the last time she competed internationally was when she was still a junior, and she was 6th at Junior Grand Prix final in 2023, and then she was 6th at Korean Nationals that season. And then last year, if of course diehard skating fans will remember that last year we were like, wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
Min So Kwon is skating in Canada and competing in Canadian competitions. And there was
Mm-hmm.
a lot of maybe hope that like she would get released that year to be able to compete or something. Like there was the first the rumor was like, oh no, she's going to Canada, and then the rumor was like, oh no, she's just training in Canada, and then
Mm-hmm.
she's just she'll go back to Korean nationals. And when we didn't see her at Korean nationals, something was up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this year we've seen her again in Canadian competitions, and now we know that she's actually being released by Korea to skate in Canadian competitions, which is great. And it's been 2 years really since we've
Mm-hmm.
seen her internationally now, and like she's grown. It's good to see her, artistically also grow as a skater, and she's going to be a different skater come hopefully Canadian nationals than we have seen from her right when she was in her South Korea international days. So exciting news for a lot of skating fans who really liked her. And like you said, Michelle, exciting news for Canadian nationals, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
talk about another wrench in the gears. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think Canadian nationals, period, has been as exciting, like, potentially as it's sort of being set up to be this
Mm-hmm.
season. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, fun to watch. All right, well, that's news of the week for this almost final week of October 20th to 26th, 2025.